Hi friends, my name is C.N. Narayana. I'm a professor, author, social worker. I'm also into spirituality. I do write many things on spirituality. Many of my friends who are closely associated with me always ask about spirituality. How do you attain certain things in life? How do you accomplish things in life? It's very difficult to explain everything personally to people. So I thought I will go through this channel called Jagrata Nibodhata. First of all, let's discuss what is Jagrata, what is Nibodhata. They are Sanskrit terminologies. Jagrata is nothing but a state of awakenedness. So awakened state is called a Jagrata, and Nibodhata is nothing but illuminate from within. So all of us are capable of illuminating from within because we have the divinity. We have the capability of that divinity to be illuminated. It is just a matter of time how one takes that to that level. So during the lifetime, everybody will go through lots of things. It could be pains, it could be pleasure, it could be miseries, sorrows, it could be joy. All the things will happen in everybody's life. I am not a guru, I am not a Swamiji, I am not a religious leader to talk on various things. I'm just sharing my thoughts and my opinion about certain things, which may or may not match with your, way of thinking or your viewpoint. However, I would like to discuss certain things which could be common for all of us. To be very honest, I have never seen God in my life in reality. Uh, I feel he or she is an unseen entity, unknown entity, but I strongly feel that there is a power above all of us which is driving this earth as a combined energy. And I don't want to name that with some god or goddess's name. I don't want to connect that to any religion, by the way. I don't, get into one single faith and supporting that or opposing that. I look at life in a different way. Life is a limited period prepaid sum. That means you may call it 80 years, 70 years, 30 years. I don't know, whatever it is, our lifetime, but it's very limited. You need to make use of the full potential of this birth. That is the whole purpose of taking the human birth or as a human kind, human being. So here I'm going to talk something about those aspects in this channel, which is not a religious matter at all. So if you consider there is a superpower above all of us, that power you name it any way you want, and he or she is sacred and is all pure, is noble and sublime. That's what we all know when you talk about a God. So I'm not even calling that superpower as God. And when you really manifest what you really are, actually, you are going to realize your true potential. So the manifestation of every single human being will decide what level of spirituality or what level of life a person goes through. As I explained to you in the beginning, we go through all the negative aspects, positive aspects, pleasure, joy, sorrows, miseries. That is how life goes on. But how do we face these challenges? With grit, with guts, and how do we overcome all our problems? That matters. So there are ways in which you can use your inner power to manage these things, face these things boldly. And some of the inner things when you talk about, the first thing I would like to touch upon is ahamkara, which is called ego, which ruins the whole world because the big I is actually a small I. That I is ruining all of us in terms of our relationship, in terms of our dealings with people, and in terms of the whole thing, whatever we are handling in the world. And when you talk about ahamkara, the egoism, I call it, we have to come to a stage of nib ahamkara or nib abhimana, which is nothing but egoless state. So when you are without ahankara, aham is in, and the ego state of ahamkara is actually manifesting when you take everything to credit to you and say I. That becomes a big I, which creates a big problem for you. As human beings, we must have self awareness of what we are. Once we realize and when we have self awareness, the quest for knowledge actually you will see will increase. So you will also find inadequacy in terms of knowledge. That is when you start seeking. So, self awareness or awakened awareness, I call it, is entirely different from egoistic consciousness. So, now we are talking about consciousness, which is without ahamkara and with ahamkara. So, when you talk about egoistic consciousness, then everything becomes selfish. Then everything becomes focused on you, and you always talk about you, not about others. When you are aware or you're in an awakened state, probably you'll talk for the whole world, for the whole humanity. And this channel of Jagrata Nibodhata will dwell upon these topics as we go forward. Thank you so much for listening to this first session on this channel. And if you have any doubts, please stay in touch with me. Thank you so much.